job interview tips. Here we go. Job interviews are difficult. They're difficult for everybody. They can be a nerve-wracking. They can be a trial. They can be difficult, a whole ordeal. But if you're doing well in a job interview, if you have certain tips, and I can give you 3 in this video, you're going to have a better time in the interview. Even if you don't get the job, you're going to foster relationships that will result in good references later and potentially could get you a different job. So here's the thing. Not only will these tips help you nail the job interview you're going into, but they're going to help you develop real relationships. So now, the first tip. Here's the thing. Job interviews are a lot like dating, and job interviews are a lot like going out on a first date. You want to keep things light mostly. You want to keep things happy. You want to keep a tone that's like, hey, what's up? It's good, nice to meet you. Here's what's going on. You don't want to do anything weird. You don't want to do anything strange. So that's the first tip, all right? Keep it light. That doesn't mean not talking about serious things if somebody asks you it. It doesn't mean shying away from those things. But what it means is don't get weird. Don't feel pressure. Relieve yourself of the idea that anything is going to happen. Treat it exactly like a first date. I'm just getting to know you. This is mutual. That's the second point. This is mutual. You might need a job really bad. They, remember, need a candidate really bad. That is why they're interviewing people. And this is a mutual job interview. I'm trying to see if this place is right for me as much as you're trying to see if I'm right for this place. And it could go either way. Lately, I've had a lot of success going into different job interviews for startups and companies that are interested in hiring me to train their sales teams by figuring out whether or not I want to work with them and being honest and saying like, hey, look, let me throw out a couple of things that maybe worry me about this work environment and doing it in a nice way that's lighthearted. But if you take that tone rather than feeling needy, rather than being like, oh my God, I need a job so bad right now, that tip is going to be worth its weight in gold. I don't know. That's a little bit weird because I guess tips don't, technically this doesn't weigh anything. It's made of photons. It's on your computer. Anyway, if you remove the need to have a job, if you remove the need to have this job, you can be forthright with them. Look, I really love this company. I'm really excited to work for this company. I want to come in here. I want to move and shake. I want to do good work. Quite frankly, I think I'm the best candidate you guys could have because reasons 1, 2, and 3, but don't hit them over the head with it. Don't do too much about it. Just do this. Yeah, I'm going to be good here. Okay. But I still got to see if this is the right place for me. I'm a juggernaut of productivity and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to have a great time. I'm going to make everybody else have a great time. That's the thing. Rule number 3 and tip number 3, the final tip about job interviews, always keep things positive. There's a tendency for some reason for some people who have job interviews to start focusing on negative aspects of things. I think it's something that human beings naturally do. What are your weaknesses? Oh, what was the problem with the last place you were working at? Here's the thing. Keep everything really positive. I'm looking for the best next step for my career, and to be perfectly honest with you, I decided that the last place I was at maybe wasn't the best place for me. There was an atmosphere that was maybe a little negative, and I decided to leave. I try to stay focused on the positive things, and what I want to look at is what's the best next step for me, and how could it possibly be this place that I'm interviewing at right now? I might say something like that in an interview even. So this is how you nail the job interview. Those 3 things. Those 3 tips are going to get you so far in this interview process. Keep things positive. Always ask good questions. I would say maybe if there's a 4th tip, that would be it. Do some research. Ask some good questions about the people you're even talking with personally. Get to know them. Get to make a couple of jokes about things that they might find interesting. That job interview is basically about one thing deep down over everything else. They're trying to figure out, are you the right person for this position? Could we see ourselves working with a guy like you? A lot of that is just tone. The fact that you're in there interviewing shows that they already believe that you could probably do the job. Now that you're in, you just want to show them that you're not wrong. I'm not wrong. I'm the right dude for this. Here are the questions. Here's what I would do. A final thing too, not only ask good questions, don't over prepare. You want to be well prepared. You want to know what you're talking about, but don't crowd your brain with all kinds of different things. You just want to ask some good questions. You want to tell them some good things. You want to get to know them personally. At the end of the interview, you don't want to be buddies. You don't have to be buddies, but you want to maintain a good rapport, okay? Find commonalities. Find things to talk about. If you're being positive, if you're making sure this is a mutual fit, and if you're treating this like a first date, you will absolutely get good marks in your job interview. You'll probably get a call back. You'll probably get an offer that day. And later, we can talk about negotiation. Check out that video too. Take care, everybody. The Sales Comedian. Also, guys, hit that like button, subscribe button, all those things that people normally say in this. And if you want to sign up for a whole bunch of tips on how to generate more sales by being funny, just some really simple low-hanging fruit that nobody does, sign up for my email list because I will send that over to you right away. Take care. Bye.